Managing my son's type 1 diabetes has been a huge learning curve, and I'm actually learning something new every single day. But there's one mistake that I made that I wish I could go back and fix way sooner than I actually did. And honestly, I know I'm not alone because so many T1D parents that I talk to also fall into this trap. If you've ever second guessed the dose, worried about giving too much insulin, or felt overwhelmed by numbers, trust me, I get it. If you've ever felt frustrated by unpredictable blood sugars or caught yourself questioning every decision, keep watching because I'm breaking down exactly what happened, what I learned, and how you can avoid making this mistake too. And stay with me because I also made another mistake that I want to share with you that I didn't even realize at first, but it was affecting my son's blood sugar numbers every single day. As a T1D parent navigating this journey daily, I've tested what works and what doesn't. And trust me, I've made plenty of mistakes along the way. So I started tracking patterns. And once I figured out these hidden reasons, things finally started to make sense. And now I'm sharing them with you. All right, let's get straight into it. The biggest mistake that I made was being too afraid of insulin. In the beginning, I was so worried about lows that I started underdosing meals so that I could play it safe. I'd give a smaller bolus than needed, thinking that I would rather correct later than risk a drop. But then what happened? Highs, like constant high, like stubborn highs. Highs that would last for 2, 3, and even 4 hours. And now my son would be wanting to eat more food. And I'm like, no, son, I can't feed you. You are too high right now. Like you're 250, you're 300. No, I can't feed you. But of course, he's super young. He doesn't understand that. He doesn't understand the numbers. All he knows is I'm hungry and I want food now. The problem is highs are just as dangerous as lows, but they can often sneak up slowly, making them feel less urgent. Even our endo was way more comfortable with letting my son run high in the digits than having him be anything below 100. I noticed allowing my son to run too high too often made him feel more tired, more irritable, and less like himself. And let's be real, it led to more corrections, more insulin, and more frustration. Insulin is not the enemy. It is the key to balance. A well-calculated pre-bolus prevents the post-meal spike in the first place. It's okay to adjust and learn, but underdosing only leads to more problems down the road. But that wasn't the only mistake I made. I also fell into this sneaky trap that caught me way off guard. The second mistake I made was trusting my son's CGM trends blindly without doing manual check. Look, CGMs are amazing, but they have a lag time, and sometimes they're off by 20, 30, or even 50 points. In the early days, I look at the CGM and think, we're fine, instead of double checking with a finger prick. A flat CGM trend doesn't always mean stability. It could be hiding a delayed spike or even a slow drop. Overnight highs and lows sometimes look stable on a graph, but a quick finger prick may reveal a completely different story. Sensor compression issues like laying on the CGM while they sleep can show false lows, leading to unnecessary corrections. What I learned is when in doubt, double check with a finger poke. I don't panic over every CGM alert. I look for patterns instead of reacting to every number. Data is helpful, but it's not perfect. Use those parental instincts too. Now, instead of fear-based dosing, I focus on smart, informed decisions. I pre-bolus when possible to avoid post-meal spikes. I use the CGM trend as a guide, but confirm when needed. I remind myself that I am always learning, adjusting, and doing my best. And you are too. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever second-guessed an insulin dose or struggled with weird CGM readings? Drop your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear how you've handled it. Hit that like button if this video helped you. Subscribe for more T1D parenting tips, and I'll see you in the next video.